Good afternoon and welcome back to another video. It's Stephen here on a wonderful, glorious, sunny northwest afternoon over in England. Manchester City, loads of news today to talk about. Actually, not that much news to talk about, but some big news. Stefan Ortega has signed a new contract. So we'll be talking about that, the ramifications of it, and going through that in a little bit more detail today. This is the third live show I've done in a row. I'm doing a daily news show. I'm trying to stick to it. If you want to keep following these videos, you want to be here every single time I go live, please do hit the notification, please do give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, get involved in the comments below if you're watching live. I do read all your comments, so please do let me know your thoughts on all the transfer news and all the news across the world of Manchester City, and anything you want to say, do get involved on this live stream. And of course, I read the comments as well after the video is processed and it's sort of on demand to watch, so do please get involved, and of course give the video a like, etc, etc. I'm trying to stick to it. I really am. I've not sort of scheduled a video for tomorrow yet. I don't know the plans for tomorrow yet. Probably in the afternoon, I reckon. Probably around 6 o'clock or something like that. I'll schedule tomorrow's video for then. Hopefully, it should be an awful bit of news going around to talk about. Hello to people in the chat. To Yanis, to Freak, to City, to Blob, to Tiast, to Brandon, to Caribbean, to my man Scott Denemy. Well done, man. Well done for waking up early for once. And to Eric, to Beppy, to Luke. Good morning. It's afternoon now. It's 12 o'clock. It's lunchtime, you lazy bunch. Obviously, not all in the UK, but good morning or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're watching. Have a wonderful day. So, yeah, this is the Daily News Show. I'm going to be doing this all the time. I want to be totally on top of this. I want to be here chatting to you guys on a regular basis. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to try and stick to it anyway. Hopefully, you're sort of enjoying the new setup and all that kind of stuff. And fingers crossed, I actually do stick to it. That is my plan. A video every day. Video every day across the summer. We will see. Let's get on to the news anyway. Let's get on to the news because this is, of course, Man City Daily News. And we're going to talk about Stefan Ortega signing a new contract. I've headed over to mancity.com and there's loads of content over there, you know. They've gone big on it. They've got a gallery. They've got his verdict on, obviously, that save. They've got him talking about Pep in an interview. I've not watched the interview yet, but I'll go and read the actual article. It says Stefan Ortega signed a 1 year extension. 1 year extension. Oh, yeah, no, 2 more years here. So it's a 1 year extension, but you'll keep him to 2026. It keeps him here, yeah, the Etihad until 2026. The German goalkeeper made 20 appearances in all competitions last season with his one-on-one save to deny Son Heung-min in our penultimate Premier League game. A crucial moment as City made it a record 4th title in a row. He also appeared in every round of the FA Cup final as FA Cup as City reached the 2nd consecutive final. Since his arrival in Manchester back in July, he's made 34 appearances, winning 2 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup and 1 Champions League. I'm delighted to be staying at Man City for longer, Ortega said. This is a football club that provides players with everything we need to be our best. Every single day I feel motivated and challenged, and I've improved as a goalkeeper since coming here 2 years ago. My family are really settled here in England and I love everything about it here. Signing this deal means I can now focus 100% on next season and beyond. Cheeky said this is a crucial contract extension for Manchester City. Stefan is the best number 2 goalkeeper we've ever had, providing us with quality, stability and experience. He's such a talented keeper. A goalkeeping coach, Xabi Manchistador, tells me all the time how good Stefan is. Very skilled. It's clear that since his arrival here, he's contributed significantly to our success. Hopefully now he can enjoy summer and come back and fresh for the 24-25 season. Yeah, absolutely. He's been a wonderful signing and I'm really happy about this. Yeah, it's a brilliant bit of news. We need this today. We need Ortega to stay, essentially. I mean, I think it's fair to say we would not have won the league without Ortega's contribution last season. I know we only played a few games, but having a keeper of that good, that quality that you can rely on, it brings a security and a confidence to this team that's absolutely crucial. I mean, you've got to cast your mind back to our previous keepers. You've had the likes, of course, Claudio Bravo. Pretty decent in the cuts, but terrible in the league, if I'm being honest. I didn't rate Bravo at all. Zach Steffen wasn't really that guy. Didn't really happen for him. You've had a few different people. Muric at one point was a pretty good young keeper, but not quite the guy. Look, ultimately, Ortega is number 1 level. He's number 1 level. For Man City, I don't know, but if he was our number 1 keeper, I would not complain. I think he's a phenomenal keeper that is still actually adapting to this level. We forget that, we signed him from Arminia Bielefeld over in the German league after he's made 200 appearances there. he joined in 2007. He was there for absolutely ages. Oh, no, he had 2 different spells there, sorry. So he was there for a while. He was at 1860 Munich as well. He had an awful long time. Eventually, he was like vice-captain at Armenia. So basically, the point I'm making is that the step up to what he's had to do at Manchester City is such a massive leap. It really is. So when he made the odd mistake here and there, I put that down to nerves and learning the level. But he's a fantastic keeper. Very likeable by all accounts. I know people who work at Manchester City. One of my best friends works there, and he loves him. He said he's like one of the nicest guys at Manchester City. A genuinely, really, really, really nice guy, and a cracking keeper. Now, of course, people will then talk about how much game time is he going to get. I actually remember a quote from Ortega a few weeks back where he talks about how he's just sort of happy here in general, and he knows the worst places to be. And what that means, of course, is like, look, I've got it pretty good here. You know, my life is pretty good. City are the best team in the world, you know, and they literally were, if not still are, world champions for crying out loud. And he's there on merit, you know, and for Germans as well. Look, of course, you know, every country's different, but I think it's fair to say the climate and the lifestyle, Germany and England isn't that different. It's very easy to, you know, get used to living in England if you've lived in Germany. There are, of course, differences, but ultimately it's a reasonably similar lifestyle. And I think his family, as you said, are comfortable here. Like, so his family is very content here. You know, he's got an awful lot to say about being secure where you are. And apparently his wife's expecting another kid or something like that. Or have I mixed that up with someone else? But I think that's true, actually. And it's something I think he's just sort of settled with his family. And I get that, absolutely. You know, at his age, there's a lot to be said for consistency. You know, he is where he wants to be. He's training with some of the best people in the world. And yeah, absolutely can imagine that he's happy here. Totally imagine that he's happy here. He was talking about Pep as well. I'll find the quotes in a bit. Let's see if they're anywhere. Here we go. Where the quotes, he said, "What happened in these 2 years is incredible. I think I'm a completely different person now." I'll bring it up on the screen 1 second. There we go. He said, "What happened in these 2 years is incredible. I think I'm a completely different person now than 2 years ago, and that means a lot to me. We've won a lot of trophies, the treble last year, and since I've been here, we just keep breaking records and records, so it's nice to be part of this group. It's a special group because before I joined, I was a bit scared of how the team is, how the players are, and the staff around them. From day one in this building, you're just happy because everyone is so friendly. They all try and help you. They're all different, but it's so fun to join them every single day." Absolutely. And I think he means it, you know? I know it's true. You get the feeling that the energy is really good. Now, of course, people will go, well, what does it mean for Ederson? I don't think it changed anything for Ederson. I think Ederson is still number one. Ortega said a few weeks back he was happy with his game time. He's not like in a rush to leave because he plays pretty regularly. And he does. He does play pretty regularly. You know, 20 appearances last season for the best team in the world. It's pretty good. It's not bad going. He's involved, put it that way. You know, it's not like he's just sat there and he plays 2 games a season. You know, he's played plenty of games for Manchester City Football Club. He gets the cups. He'll play the odd game in the league every now and then when Ederson can't. Look, he absolutely is there on merit. And I think he's aware that, you know, if Ederson decides he wants a new challenge, given that he's been here for several years now, he's the next in line. He probably is eyeing that number 1 spot if Ederson moves on in a year or two. And it's probably a smart thing to stay around. Get that wage increase, secure your family's future, and hopefully, for him, one day he could be number 1, you know? Ederson, a lot will be made of his future, you know. Well, does it mean he's going to go? I don't think so. I think it is fair to say that Ederson felt a little bit maybe put out or a little bit insecure after you know, he was subbed off and so on. He had to come off. He had concussion for crying out loud, or he had a fractured cheekbone, didn't he? Something like that. Yeah. But yeah, it was the right thing to do, you know. And obviously, seeing Ortega get all the praise. Always surprised if Ederson felt a little bit underappreciated. I don't think he is underappreciated. I think he's very much loved amongst Manchester City fans. But, you know, there's been a bit of noise around him and a little bit of thing online every now and then when he had the odd mistake here and there. Sorry, I got something stuck in my tooth. But I do feel like Ederson, I think he's going to be fine. I think he's angling for a new contract. They could incite a bid from the Saudis for 50 million or something like that, and he might be tempted by it. But I don't feel so. I agree with Waste in the chat who said he's trying to get a wage increase. He's underpaid. He was on 90 grand a week. I mean, if so, Ederson should be on double that. You know, Ederson's one of the best keepers in the world. He should be pushing 200k. He'll get that wage increase as well, in my personal opinion. But yeah, Let me know, of course, in the comments what you make of this news. I think this is really good news, you know. I'm happy about this. I think he's a cracking player. It's a good extension. It's a needed extension, and we will see. We will see how it goes, of course, but I think this is very, very good news. A little bit of news about Sergio Gomez. I talked about it briefly yesterday, but I want to get into more detail here. I'm over on courtofside.com. Real Sociedad have begun talks with Premier League champions Man City over the transfer of Sergio Gomez as the Spanish club looks to add a left-back to their squad. Initial negotiations have already taken place as the defender is expected to leave the Etihad, according to Fabrizio Romano. 23-year-old will replace Kieran Tierney at Real Sociedad as the Scotland international returns to Arsenal. He's got a contract until 2026, but he was not a major part of the plans last season, playing 15 games but racking up only 445 minutes, which is barely 5 full games of football. I think he'll move on here. Look, I really like Sergio Gomez. I think he's a nice little player, but I can't see I can't see him staying. I actually think there's a good player there, and I think what happened with Sergio Gomez is he'll move on, and he'll find his footing in Spain. Probably play more as a midfielder again at some point, which he prefers. But I think he's going to have a really good career, Sergio Gomez. I think there's a really smart technical footballer there. You can't be a star for Spain's under-21s playing as attacking midfielder and not have talent. He was honestly one of Spain's best players as an attacker. But he's sort of been repositioned as a defender. It doesn't really suit him in the English league. He might play as a defender at Sociedad, I don't know. But I do think a club like Sociedad or someone like that would be a great chance for Sergio Gomez to go and get his career back on track. I really like Sergio Gomez. I do. I think he's a cracking little player. But he's just not Manchester City level. He could be one day. 5 years of regular football could make him good enough. But that feels like a swing and a miss on the Sergio Gomez sort of project. And I'm fine with it. Go over there to look after him. Sociedad's a great club, of course. They were great with David Silva. They're a good team. Go over there and have a really good time. I haven't got a lot to add to this other than it's a shame we didn't get more chances, but I think it is the right call, and I think he'll do pretty well. Just a reasonably short video today, guys. Not a lot going around in the world of Manchester City. I'll be back live again tomorrow, of course. For now, though, I want to say thank you for watching this. I hope you're enjoying the daily live videos. If there's any more breaking news, I'll try and get live later, but I am with my son today. We went swimming this morning. It was very nice. He swam with his mum while I watched on my swimming talk last week. No Alvarez talk because there's nothing more to add, Fraser. I chatted about Alvarez yesterday in my video. Alvarez I chatted yesterday. Go watch yesterday's video, by the way, where I talked about Jack Grealish, Alvarez, and more. So I chatted about yesterday. But Alvarez to Chelsea, that'd be interesting. We should not let Alvarez go. Terrible idea. That is all I've got to say about that. For now, though, thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow me on all the socials. Give the video a like. And I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll schedule a video at some point for another video. I reckon it'll be around 6 p.m. tomorrow. For now, though, in a bit, love you all loads. Come on, you Blues. Bye-bye. Like, comment, subscribe.